Creating a show takes a team of people. Darin Malkowski helps craft those stories through his editing.
I started working at Milwaukee PBS about 12 years ago. I was a student here, so as a student at MATC, I always thought it would be a great place to work. I love PBS, I love the atmosphere, and the production of everything that Milwaukee PBS does. My job is editor. I edit segments, television shows, specials, documentaries for the station.
During his time at Milwaukee PBS, Darin has worked on award-winning programs like America's Dairyland at the Crossroads, Kids in Crisis, A Hope for Tomorrow, as well as the digital series Rhythm Cafe MKE, which highlights local Milwaukee musicians.
You know, you're creating a piece of art when you're creating any kind of story for television. There's an art to it, there's tempo, there is creative freedom in editing a piece. In essence, I always approach it almost as telling a small little movie when you're putting it together. Everything has to be timed, there's a rhythm, there's a tempo. There's a purpose behind every single edit that I make to help create that story. So when you shoot, I always shoot to edit, you produce to edit. So I approach it almost in the field like a post-production mindset. How is each individual soundbite, how is every shot, how is every setup going to work in a timeline? Any advice I would give to someone who wants to get into editing is know the story you want to tell before you go out and capture the video for it and audio for it. Have an idea. Like I said, think of how you're going to edit it before you shoot it or while you're shooting it. Is that shot going to work in my next edit? What's my next edit? What's my cover? Where am I going to go to? How am I establishing? The way you think a story could be produced, you capture your story, you shoot everything you think it's going to happen. When you sit down to edit, you may find a whole new story by what someone says and how they reacted and what other people say. So your story, your film, your video, your project comes together in the editing suite.